Yo, check it. You see how you looking at me right now and listening to me talk? This could be your promo spot. You heard? Holla at me. Hit me up on Instagram, Real st.laz, or send me an email, lazbeats@gmail.com, or text me at this number right here. You heard? And get this spot, this same spot that you watching right now, paying attention to, get this same spot for your promo. You heard? Z-Man, Suicide Polo with the Ski Man. Yeah?
We was deep, bro. That was our corner right there. Came over there with anything. We was getting booked. I don't give a fuck who you was. You came through Southern Euclid with any type of shine on, we was getting you. That's a fact. But we used to be up at Franklin K. Lane, and we used to be up at Maxwell. I got shot up at Maxwell too, but those are two spots we used to be up at.
What you mean? You got shot at Maxwell while you was in high school?
I got shot up at the high school because that's where we used to hang out at. That was like our little hangout, like, you know what I mean? After Maxwell, we hit the junction. You know what I'm saying? But I had got shot. Yeah, nigga shot me up there one day. What happened was, you know what I mean? It was me and my man. It was just me and my man. Just so happened this day, and I seen a bunch of niggas up there. They had to be about like 5-6 deep. It's just me and my man. So I told my man, I'm like, yo, let's just go down to the train station. Let's just get out of here because I could see these. You know what I mean? Like these niggas. You know what I mean? They trying something. You know what I'm saying? So I told my man, I'm like, yo, don't say nothing to these niggas. Just let them ride. So we went downstairs. The niggas came downstairs behind us. So my man couldn't take it no more. My man was like, yo, what the fuck is you looking at, to one of the dudes? Once he said that, the dude pulled out, and it's, you know, school getting out, so you know the train station is flooded. So once they said gun, everybody started running. He bust off, and I got hit in my leg. And the funny shit was, when I got shot in my leg, it was a nigga, because you know Maxwell and Jeff was right down the block from each other. It was a nigga up at Jeff getting hit with a shotgun. And we was in the same ambulance together.
Unbelievable.
To the fact that he died. The dude died. Like, you know what I mean?
Man.
A lot of people thought it was me because they ain't know it was two people in the ambulance. You know Jeff was wild. Jeff.
You talking about the time where that legendary case happened where a nigga got killed in Jeff?
Remember, it was a kid, he got shot with the shotgun in his stomach.
Yeah, I ain't know he got hit with a shotgun though.
Yeah, he got hit with a shotgun.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That shit fuck. I'm in the ambulance with him. I'm like, what the fuck?
Damn, he was alive in the ambulance though?
Yeah, he was alive in the ambulance. Yeah. He was fighting. He was definitely fighting.
That's crazy. Nigga got shot at Maxwell crazy. And at Jeff at the same time?
At the same time. At the same time.
That's insane, bro.
Yeah, that was crazy. You know what I mean? I was like, what? You know what I mean? Because that was what, my second time getting shot. Yeah, that was my second time getting shot.
When was it when you started noticing that your life was heading in the direction of crime?
80 something, because I caught my first case when I was 12.
Living in Cypress?
Yeah, I was living in Cypress. Yeah, I caught my first case. I had a cutting when I was 12. I wanted to get caught for it. They gave me 18 months probation for it. I was like one of them little dudes, you know, like my grandma was raising me. So she let me basically do whatever I want to do. So I was outside all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I was one of them little kids. I was just outside since I was a little kid. That's why I knew all the gangsters, because I was always outside. I was seeing shit I was never supposed to see. You know what I'm saying? But the way I act, everybody always thought I was older than what I was. You know what I mean? So, because at first I was a football head. Me and my crew, we played football. We was into sports and shit like that. But when I got my hand on that 2.5, it was quiet for that. That was like late 88, 89.
That was the first hammer you got, was that 2.5?
That was the first hammer, my man, one of my best friends, my man named Artie and shit. I made him. We sold one of his rings to get his 2.5, get a 2.5. And the funny shit was, we got the 2.5, and it seemed even had no clip. So we was just running around with one in the head. You know what I mean? She didn't even have no clip. It was black with a brown handle. We got it from this dude from the projects too. And shit. But the funny shit was right after I got that, me and my man Art, we went to Pink Houses. I got into some shit, and that's the first time I bust a gun in Pink Houses.
You busted with just the one in the head?
There's one in the head. I bust that and I ran. We got up out of there after that. That's all we had.
What y'all was beefing about?
It was some school shit, you know, some junior high school shit. We went to 218, so a lot of us, you know, it was just that back and forth. Cause you know, it's funny cause Squeak went to junior high school with us too. You know what I mean? The Squeak from Pink Houses. You know what I mean? It was just like that Cypress new Pink Houses shit. It wasn't even about nothing. I just wanted to bust the gap. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to see how it felt. And after that, it was a wrap after that. We was running around. We was calling ourselves CRC. You know what I'm saying? Like my man Cat, my man Quan, Molly, Artie, Hamo, Psych, God rest his soul, my man Science. You know what I'm saying? We just running around doing what we was gotta do. I was more into robbery. You know what I'm saying? We was just running around doing little robberies and shit. But once Pig started fucking with us, he showed us totally different way how to get money, bro. That's when shit took off when we started running around with Pig. You know what I'm saying? Because what happened was, we always, you know, Pig and Drac was like the flyest older dudes, and you know what I mean, from my hood. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas used to come through Gucci. You know what I'm saying? These niggas was fly. We all wanted to be like them. You know what I'm saying? Every little kid in the hood wanted to be like Pig and Drac. Them niggas had, you know what I mean? They were just them dudes in the hood growing up. But 88 summer, that's when Drac got locked up for that shit. You know what I mean? That's the crime he didn't do. They locked Drac up in 88 for some shit he didn't even have nothing to do with. You know what I'm saying? And then that left Pig, you know what I mean? Pig was out there dolo. Then Pig wound up coming to the front and start fucking with us.
What did they try to say Drac did though? Like it was a body?
It was a body, yeah. Yeah, it was a body. They tried to say it's a digging pocket case, but he didn't do it. You know, he got wrongly accused for that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was a digging pocket case. Word. You know that shit hurt the hood when Drac got knocked. You know what I'm saying? Drac got knocked the hood. We was sad. That was a hit we took. But
he went up top for that, or he eventually beat it?
Oh nah, he went up top for that. He went up top. He blew trial. Drac did like what? I think Drac did about like 32 years. Drac did
for that shit that he didn't do.
Yeah, he's still fighting. Yeah, he's still fighting. He's still trying to get it overturned. He's still in the courts with it.
Damn.
Word. That shit crazy, right? All that time for some shit he ain't even had nothing to do with.
It's starting to be a common occurrence, man. I be running into a lot of dudes on this channel that they ain't do crimes that they did heavy time for, man.
Yeah, I did. I ain't even do my crime, but we'll get into that later on. I did 14 years for something I ain't do, you know what I'm saying? But we'll get into that later on. For real.
That's crazy. But yo, so you said once Drac went to jail, Pig came on the other side and started fucking with y'all?
Yeah, start fucking with us. You know what I mean? And Pig already had a name. He older, you know what I mean? Pig was older than us. You know what I mean? But once he started fucking with us, we started doing everything. He showed us, we started taking some real paper. You know
how much older is son than y'all? Like, how much older was he?
Well, now he had to be, it seemed like it wasn't a lot because I was like 15. He had to be at least about 19, 20, maybe even 21. when he was like 5, 6 years older.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So he came up the front, started fucking with us. So now we fucking with him. We everywhere because he knows everybody. He used to take me with him to Notion and Gates, 89, when B.O. from Notion and Gates had the game room. You know what I'm saying? We used to be at LG. Pig used to take me to LG. Pig had us everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Pig was taking us everywhere with him. For real. That was the big homie, for real. That's the flyest nigga I ever met in my life. That's a fact.
Mm.
That nigga definitely showed me how to dress. That's a whole fact. He definitely showed me how to dress, Pig. And he had all the bitches. He had everything. For real, he was that guy, man.
He was still digging when he was fucking with y'all?
Yeah, we were still digging. Hell yeah.
Oh, he took y'all out to Midtown?
Yeah, he took us out to Midtown, yeah. But we was, you know what I mean? Like, we used to go here and there, but when we got with him, we was going a little frequent more because we was more into, like, doing little robberies around the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was kids, you know what I'm saying? So we was doing our little robberies, you know what I mean? Our little stick-ups at the Chinese restaurant, at the gas station. You know how the Chinese restaurant, you know how that shit go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But with him, we start, like, running up, like, on clubs. We was running down on different shit when we got with him. You know what I'm saying? He was showing it was the bigger picture. We used to play the light. You know what playing the light is?
What you mean, car shit?
Yeah, the car playing the light. You know when the cars come down, bumping the music, window down, there's a red light. We used to just run up on the car. They had a chain or whatever, diamond, whatever, we were snatching.
Mm. Was it any time where that shit went wrong?
One time, we out there, and the crazy thing at the time, I had a bullet in my leg. I had got shot, so I wasn't really doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? I was fucked up. I could hardly walk. But we out there, me and my team, we out there one day, and the car pull up. And when the car pull up, he got the window down, and I look, I said, oh, he got a Cuban link on. He had a big-ass chain on. I walked up on his shit. I asked him for the time. When he looked at his watch, I snatched the chain. So now, as I'm running in the project, he police.
Mm.
The nigga was police. And he got in his police stand, but the only reason why he didn't shoot, because there was too many people outside. It was, you know what I mean? It was a nice day. And I made it in the building. I had to go across the roof, over one building, come down, and go around and go in my building. But I still got the chain. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still got it. I ain't get knocked. But it was lucky. He was like, freeze, police. But if it wasn't a lot of people out there, he probably would have tried to shoot at me.
You said he was in the whip, though?
Yeah, he was in the whip. He stopped at the red light, and I walked right up on him. I'm like, yo, you got the time? Once he looked at his watch, I snatched the chain.
Mm.
I booked it in the PJ.
He was black?
Yeah, he was black, yep. He was a black dude, yep. He was light-skinned, yep. He worked for the 75th precinct.
Mm.
Word, I got away with that shit. Pig took me Pig used to always, any type of jewelry, that's why I said when we start fucking with him, shit was different, because he was taking us to 47th Street, to the Diamond District, to pawn all our jewelry, whatever we was taking. You know what I'm saying? Before, we was just taking it to a regular, you know what I mean? Pig started taking us uptown to 47th Street, the Diamonds District. So we used to take all that shit up there. You know what I'm saying? So, for real, he was that guy, bro. I wish you could have met him, man. That nigga, he put me and my mans onto a lot of shit. That when he got killed, that shit, it fucked the hood up, man. It fucked me up. Me and my team, we still fucked up behind that shit.
What year was that?
Pig died in 91. And he was official. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just one of them guys. He knew how to fight. You know what I'm saying? His hand was crazy. Nigga had all the chicks. For real, he fucked with everybody, you know what I mean? He fucked with the whole Brooklyn, man. For real. He had me everywhere. I met so many people fucking with him, man, from outside the project. It's crazy.
Why they call son Pig?
I don't even know why they call him that, but his real name is Arthur Lucky. Yeah, his real name is Arthur Lucky. For real, Arthur fucking Lucky, boy. That's a fact. That shit was fucking me up for a minute, but yeah, he definitely showed me some different shit, man. Crazy, because he wasn't even from the front, he's from the back.
So you said at that time the back and the front, they wasn't rocking with each other?
The back and the front, it was always beef with the back and the front. But it was, you know what I mean? When the back and front was beefing, that was more over turf, you know what I mean? Over getting money. You know what I'm saying? It was a different type of beef. But remember, because back then niggas was more getting money back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know Jesus from my hood too. May he rest in peace. He from my side too. So them niggas, that was a whole different type of beef. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know, we always, me growing up, like we always was cool with the back. So you know, we all grew up together. We all went to school together. You know what I'm saying? So that shit really ain't have nothing to do with me and my crew. We really ain't had nothing to do with that shit. It was more like it was like fountain side against the, you know what I mean, against the back at that time. That's when the team was beefing. The 18 was beefing with the back. That's who was beefing the back, the 18.
That was before or after crack hit?
That was when crack hit.
So niggas was cool. The front and the back was kind of cool until crack came out?
Yeah, until that crack. Yeah, that crack shit separated. The back and front always been cool. But that crack era, yeah. That shit, it you know what I mean? It broke, it made people from the piece stay on their side. You know what I mean? You from the front, you from the front, you from the back, you from the back. You know what I'm saying? It separated the peas.
It got to a point where dudes couldn't even be on the other side that they wasn't from, or certain niggas could.
That's a fact. You couldn't even walk. Nope. Wasn't nobody going from the front coming to the back, and wasn't nobody from the back coming to the front unless y'all was shooting. Unless it was a shootout. And that shit lasted for that. It's still going on. You know what I mean? It's still a thing. And that shit is real fucked up.
So who was the main niggas in the projects at that time when you was out there young? Who was the main older niggas in the projects that was like?
Yeah, Jesus, the team, you know what I mean? The team, easing them from the back. You had, you know, Glaze and all them from my side. My man K-Dub hitting all them. Dude, my man Hollywood, rest in peace. It was a lot of them, and the funny thing, my uncle used to be in the street. That's why I knew all the older niggas. You know what I mean? Like, cause my uncle used to do stick-ups and like shit like that back in the days. So I knew all the, you know what I mean? I knew all the older, the gangsters. I knew all of them. They all fucking. I was like, they knew I was gonna be a wild child. I was wild, bro. I used to fight every, you know what I mean? I was like one of them kids. I was wild, bro. I was hard-headed. I ain't listening.
When y'all went to school with pink houses too?
Yeah. Or because most of the pink houses, yeah, went to junior high school.
So y'all was all cool in school. Y'all was cool with pink houses, dudes?
Yeah. We was cool with pink houses until like. When they got older, you know what I'm saying? Niggas that's when really shit started hitting the fan. But other than that, we was always cool with brothers. I was always, you know what I mean? Those was my guy. I used to always go to pink houses, fuck with, you know, Tuquan, Buki, you know what I'm saying? I used to fuck with everybody. I used to fuck with K-Man side a lot. Shit, me and my team, we fucked with K-Man side, with Tuquan and and Rand and all them. And shit, but we had got into a little shit with these guys from pink houses because they had killed my man brother and shit right on the corner across the street from the project. And the funny shit was, I just had crossed the street. I was on that same corner. I crossed the street, and when I crossed the street, a car came by and shot the corner up. And my man brother got killed, and my man got shot. And that's when we had a little bit of thing going on with some guys from pink houses. That was, you know what I mean? It was on between us and them at that time. We was definitely spinning through pink houses a lot. Definitely. That was my man brother. Like, my man turned into a monster after that.
That was his older brother that got killed?
Yeah, it was his older brother, my man Quan.
Before that, son was just a regular dude, or he was in the streets since he was already in the streets and stuff.
Who, the one that got killed?
No, his brother. You said son turned to a monster.
Quan was in the street. He was in the street, but like we was just doing little robberies, but you know what I mean? Doing little stick-ups and shit, you know what I mean? But after that, he turned into a beast. Turned into a whole different person. Well, that shit lasted for a little minute too. It was crazy because I remember one time it was me, Pig. It was a lot of us. We were standing on the corner. I just had got shot. I had got shot the night before. I had got shot in my arm and shit. So we all standing on the corner because that's what back then. That's what niggas used to call the payphone. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, all niggas up north, everybody used to call the payphone and shit like that. So one day we out there, me and Pig, and that's when TNT just started. TNT ran down on the corner thinking me and Pig had drugs or whatever, so they wilding on me. No, and I'm telling them I just got shot. They didn't give a fuck. Then my man Artie had called the phone, like the pay phone, and one of the TNT niggas picked up the phone and was like, bring all the drugs and guns, they got us. So my man Artie was like, man, fuck you, I hung the phone up. But me and Pig got locked up for that shit too. For real. We used to def Southern Euclid. That used to be the spot. That's where everything used to go down there, bro. Southern Euclid. That was our corner right there, Southern Euclid. That was me, Cat, Quan, Science, Sight, Head, Large, Fledge, Molly. We was deep, bro. That was our corner right there. Came over there with anything. We was getting booked. I don't give a fuck who you was. You came through Southern Euclid with any type of sign on, we was getting you. That's a fact. We had that shit in an uproar. You got the Chinese restaurant on the corner and shit, right?
What you talking about, right there on Euclid?
Yeah, right there, Southern Euclid, the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
It was May's. So we used to be out there. That's where we used to hang out at. So every time the Chinese dude used to come to dump the garbage, we'd wow on them. We'd punch him in the chest. We'd do some wild shit to them, right? So they got so tired of that shit. They gave us 5 free meals a day. No matter whoever got to them meals first, they gave us 5 free meals or whatever we want out the Chinese restaurant every day. Niggas used to be sliding up there with their little chicks, not paying. Chicks like, nah, chill, don't even worry. Fucking May's, yo. That was our spot right there. We was getting 5 free bills a day, yo.
How long that shit lasted?
That shit lasted for a minute. That shit lasted for a couple of years. For real. They made the funny shit that the dude, the main that owned it, he still lived there. He's still living at the same spot right there. That's crazy. Well, mad shit done happened on that corner. Mad niggas died, a couple of niggas died over there, you know what I mean? That corner always been a hot corner.
The whole East New York is hot, my nigga.
The whole East New York is hot.
The whole East New York is fucking hot. What high school y'all niggas went to, Jeff?
No, I went to King.
Oh, you went to King? I went to Graphics. I used to come up to King, though.
Yeah, I went to King that's when I went to King. It used to be me and Brown from Brownville, from the Plaza, me and Brown, a bunch of us went there. Brazil, Steve, there was a bunch of us went there back. I went to King, but once I dropped out of King, I started hanging up at Franklin K. Lane. That's where I used to be at a lot. I used to be up at Franklin K. Lane, and I used to be up at Maxwell.
I know dudes was getting robbed. I don't know if they was doing that when you was there, but I know they used to make King go through like that parking lot shit to get to the train station. Like it was like some underpass shit you had to walk through when you came from King to get to the train.
Yeah, man. You know who used to, when I was going there, you know who was the Decepticons. That's when the D-Ceps was wilding on everything. They was wilding on everything. That's when I was going to King then.